Okay, I think I'm good. Oh wow, I can see myself on the computer. That's a little wild. That's a little wild. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. Hello, hello. Okay, I've been pushing off my solar support for, I don't know, a few days since Monday, and then I pushed it from my normal time to tonight because I had someone ask me to do something tonight. So we have a little surprise later. So you guys definitely stay tuned towards the end of the hour because I'm going to try to be on here for an hour for seller support. And then I'll have a little surprise for you. So it's going to be lots of fun. Welcome in, Nick Finn and Taylor and Moogie and Velvet Locket. Welcome in, everybody. I do see Chic Junk Mama and Jan. Oh, dear Watson. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. So, if you guys are new here, I am Amanda with Gems and Joy. And basically, I find gems in the wild that bring you joy. But tonight, I'm doing seller support. So, if you are a seller or are thinking about becoming a seller on the Whatnot app, I am here to answer any questions that you guys may have. So, definitely drop them in the chat and we can chat about any other things as well that I kind of, whatever comes to mind. Hey, beautiful girl, how are you? Welcome in. Rusty Patina, hello. Hello, hello. Girl, I was watching your show last night, Rusty Patina. It was so good. I just got distracted. I was totally in there shopping and watching your show and enjoying it, and then I got distracted. So I squirreled, but I hope you had a great rest of your show after I squirreled. Yes, happy St. Patty's Day. Yes, you guys, I changed my shirt to green so nobody would be like, we need to pinch you. I know it's so cold. Where are you at, beautiful girl? Here in Texas, it was what was it? 90 degrees on Saturday. Sunday it was 80 degrees in the morning, and then by that evening it was already like 45, and I literally blown away. Oh, you have another show tonight. What time's your show tonight, Rusty Patina? Thank you so much for sharing this stream. I appreciate you. This weather is absolutely bonkers. Oh, it's at 8 Eastern. That would be 7 my time. That's what my surprise is gonna be. Gosh darn it. I'm gonna miss it. I'm sorry, but I hope you have a good show. But I have a little surprise up my sleeve, so you guys stay tuned. Well, I'm gonna do a little surprise a little bit later. But does anybody have any questions? Any seller support? Any, you're excited to see what the surprise is. Does anybody have an idea what it could be? Does anyone have an idea? I told one person, maybe two. But I love guesses. That's gonna be so much fun. But I'm gonna be on here for about an hour, just chit chatting. A new rate train. That would be cool. But I've only done this maybe two other times on the Whatnot app ever. So this will be like the third time. So it's gonna be lots of fun. I always feel awkward when I do this. I'm gonna be co-hosting with somebody. Oh my gosh, Lily Lane, that would be so cool, but I feel like I'm broke as a joke nowadays because I'm doing this full time and I'm having to split my earnings between sourcing for new stuff and paying bills. So I just feel like, yeah, I don't think I can do that yet. I gotta work a little bit harder. But you guys, doing Whatnot selling full time is a full time job in itself. And I will tell you, doing this full time, I feel like I work more than I did before, even with my full time job. So just because you're going to be on selling more, you're going to be pushing yourself a little bit further, you're going to have more live shows, you're going to be doing all the behind the scenes stuff like prepping for shows, anywhere between sourcing and doing your lives, you're packing, all of that. And then you also got to advertise for it and, listing the items, all the things. I'm a girl that likes to list my items for sale because I feel like I do better. That's the only thing I miss since retiring is that guaranteed paycheck. Yes, yes, exactly, exactly. And I still have to pay for my. You want to come do yours? I wish. I think it would almost be easier to be like an assistant to sellers, to several different sellers. I think that would be kind of almost easier than running your own business on your own, because it is so much work, you guys. It is so much work of how you have to plan. And then there's also the mental anxiety toll that this job takes you, as well as when you start going on the app and watching other sellers do their shows and they're selling stuff, and then you just had a bad show. It really gets to your mental health. And so you have to like pull yourself out of that, step back, reevaluate what you're doing, and then keep going for it and keep pushing and, keep going on with your life, because not everybody sells the same thing, has the ability to sell the same thing as someone else. Like someone can sell like paintbrushes, chippy, rusty, crusty, all that stuff. And then someone else can sell the hell out of brass and ornate pieces and all the things. And then someone else can be like known as the quilt queen, and that's all she does is linens and quilts and all the things. And that's what they sell the best. That's what they're known for. That's their vibe. And so you just have to find your niche and what you're good at selling and kind of stick in that. And I haven't quite learned my lesson on that either, you guys, because I'm a girl that is very eclectic, and I like to pick up brass. I like to pick up glass and linens and all the things. So I can bring you a variety of things because I like a variety of things. So I don't think I'm nailed down quite yet of exactly what I like to sell, but I like to find all the things, you guys. And I can have anything between glass and ornate paintings and all the things in one show. Hi, Iowa Vintage. How are you? Do you know what my surprise is tonight? Maybe you might. Maybe you might. I haven't told anybody. My expertise is furniture and whatnot is not gear for that. Yeah, you can't really ship furniture. You don't. I thought you would. We have a friend in common. We have a friend in common. I was wondering if you might know. um, anyways, what time tonight? I'm gonna be the surprise is gonna be at 7 p.m. So we have about 45 minutes. I wanted to have time to be able to do my solar support show, and answer any questions, because I do this on a weekly basis, and then I want to do the raid over, and I'm going to be co-hosting. I'm going to be co-hosting with someone, but I want to raid into her show, and it's going to be lots of fun. I'm sure Iowa Vintage knows who it is now after I said who that was. So it's going to be lots of fun, you guys. I'm like nervous, excited, but I think that's actually normal whenever you do go live on Whatnot. Being nervous and excited is so much fun. I think that just means that you actually have passion in what you're doing. And I always get nervous, especially with raid trains, my own raid trains and anyone else's raid trains. I'm always like a ball of nerves, worried about all the things. But I feel like that just means that you're passionate about what you're doing, and that it's very important to you, and it's going to convey on the camera that you do worry about it. Is there a video that I can watch what it looks like to run items from the seller side of the camera? I could screen record that one time and put it on my YouTube, possibly. But it really isn't much different. I can probably actually show you from here. So, like I have another device, but this is basically what I see looking at my phone right now, except I see my face looking back at me. But like if you want to run something, I would just go into my shop, which is basically what you do as a buyer. So like this is my auction tab, and then I have my buy it now and giveaways. So like if I want to run a giveaway, I just hit giveaway. But let's say I want to run this item right here. I'm just going to show you guys what it is. I don't have it. So this is just to merely to show it. So if I want to pin it on the screen, oh my gosh, I clearly cannot hit buttons. So I hit the pen button, and you guys can see at the bottom of the screen, it's now pinned. So if there is any alerts for that item, but you guys see that there's alerts for this one. Once I pin it, those 5 people will get alerts sent out. Okay. Now, if I want to run it, you go to start auction, and then you're going to get the button that looks like this, and it says starting bid, the time, and then you have counter bid, and then you can turn on sudden death. Like this is sudden death. I turned it on, and then we can do, I don't know, 7 second sudden death. Let's see what happens. And it's running. But that's basically what all of those buttons look like. It isn't much different than what the buyers see, except we have the ability to start the auctions and everything like that. But that's basically what it looks like. It's very simple. But once you sign up to be a seller, you have there is rehearsal mode and private mode for setting up your shows, and you can actually practice and click all the buttons, and it's very easy, I promise you. The back end side with shipping is where it gets a little bit complicated, just because that is a screen that you will not see until you become a seller. Um, but it's pretty straightforward. I feel like the updates that Whatnot has made, it's really straightforward on how that looks. And I could probably do a video of like shipping once I have some shipping to do, and do like a screen recording to kind of explain it, but I'll have to like blank out people's, names and their addresses and stuff. But it is really straightforward. The way it used to be, they never would tell you what kind of box your items are going to be in. So as long as you load your items in your shop with like the accurate weights, your boxes on the back end side should be pretty much accurate. Yes, Whatnot has changed their shipping, their seller hub on the back end side, just a little bit, just a little bit. They tweak it. And I feel like those tweaks have made it a lot easier. You received the shipping guide. Awesome. Awesome. The tweaks that they have made. Now I have been on the app for about 2 years, you guys. And in that 2 years, they have made little tweaks, but nothing is like a drastic change on the seller hub for the most part. Hi, Wishy, how are you? For the most part, it's basically been the same thing. But my most favorite change that they have made is when you go to the backside, let's say Wishing I Was Thrifting bought this pottery pitcher, it will say her name and how many items are in her box. So we'll just pretend it's say one, and then like it'll show the price of it, the weight, and then right next to it, it will say what kind of box it would go in. So if I would have labeled this pottery pitcher as, let's say, 12 ounces, it would say that box would be a ground box. And then if I would have put it as like, let's say 2 pounds, it would say that that is a USPS and it would be priority. It actually tells you what kind of box it will go in. So, whenever you go to ship it, you're like, okay, I can grab a priority box today, or I can, it says ground, so that means I got to grab a brown box. The only exception for that is if you want to put it in a flat rate box, you actually have to tell Whatnot, hey, I'm going to put it in a flat rate box. And I feel like it is very helpful that they added that little memo, because before you would have to look at the ounces that your box was in order to see what kind of box it was. And now the fact that it tells you, I feel like it is more user friendly for sure. Now I just wish they would make their inboxing more user friendly. I know a search bar would be amazing. And then the fact that if you're reading in a group chat and people are chatting, it doesn't automatically scroll you down to the bottom when you're trying to catch up on 50 million messages, especially on raid trains. That is so frustrating. I'm almost to the point where I don't want to be in group messages on Whatnot. The bouncing drives me nuts. And it's really hard to stay on the same page with everybody. But you guys have been in those. It's almost like a text message thread, and you invited all 50 of your friends, and they're all talking at the same time, and it keeps going to the very bottom, and you can't catch up, and you feel like you're the girl in the corner that has no idea what's going on. That's basically what those messages feel like. Thank you, Lily Lane. I appreciate you for commenting that. I appreciate you. And you guys follow all these amazing sellers that are in this room right now. There's Matt Attack Live. If you guys don't know him, he does live flea markets and thrift store shopping. He's basically like a personal shopper, and he takes you along everywhere. Iowa Vintage Style, you have blown me away. I actually took the time and watched one of your shows. I love your energy in your shows, by the way. And the fact that you start things for $1, I am literally blown away by you, because that scares me so much, because I've had shows where I started things for $1 and they sold for $1, and I literally lost my butt, and it's so hard to take that risk. And the fact that you're doing it is absolutely amazing. And I know you've been on the app less time than me, or at least as far as I know. But you are literally blowing it out of the water. So I definitely need to work on figuring out how to do that. Yeah, 11 months. See, and there's a big difference. I've been on the app for 2 years, but I just don't feel, I don't know. I feel like your growth has just taken off a lot faster with a lot more of the newer sellers versus more of the seasoned sellers on here. So, uh, wait, what did you just buy, Mandy? What did you just buy? You bought another shirt? Girl, I thought you bought a shirt already, but thank you so much for your purchase. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I will get that out as soon as possible. How to get a smaller size. The other one is PJ baggy. Oh, really? I thought it was true to size, but okay. Hey, that's a good thing. You wanted smaller. The shirts are very comfortable. I like that they're roomy, unisex. Hi. Did you see my message to you?
Yeah, you gonna buy me that one?
Huh?
You gonna buy me that one?
Sure.
Okay.
That payment would be a lot better.
With my trade in, it only gonna cost you 17,000. So you want?
I think you can get it to about 300.
You want to pay that? You want to pay? You want to make my next truck payment for me?
Yeah, you just have to put it in your name.
I already messaged him. I told him to work the deal on that one and see what it comes out to.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Matt says, "What's up, Patrick?"
Matt, I need you to come buy me a new truck.
Yeah, you guys want to hear the drama at my house?
Oh my
Or do
God.
you want Patrick to tell us the drama? This is what's been
Why don't
going
you take
on.
your phone outside and show what's sitting in the driveway right now, and then you can tell them what happened.
It's covered up, isn't it?
You can still do it.
Do you guys want to go on an adventure? We've had since Saturday. It's been rough around here, you guys. They're like, yes, take us with you. Field trip time. Okay. Does everybody know that Patrick wanted a boat, right? Everybody knows that Patrick really wanted a boat. He's like known to be a cat fisherman. And he sold his other boat and he finally found a boat that he absolutely loves. So he went and got it. Okay. So let me update you. You guys ready? Okay. Let's see. Let me see if I can flip the camera. Hold on. You love catfish. Yeah, well, he catches big ones, you guys. Hopefully, signal's good outside for Wi Fi. Are you going to uncover it? Tell him the best days to be a boat owner is the.
Heard that.
Okay, so here's the boat. We got the boat. He took it out for the first time on Saturday, you guys. Well, he has it all covered, but he has to show you what happened. There you go. You see him. And yes, there's a reason why there's a shop vac there. You're going to see. Our boat has been nothing but trouble. It's a fabulous boat. He had an amazing time when he took it out. And I mean, he's getting it all rigged up with like the fancy everything. And then on his way back.
Let me see it.
Okay, he
Okay.
just took the camera.
Look, you see this, right? Glass right here. Look at this. No glass.
A bird flew in through it, y'all. A bird flew in and broke that window on the way back from his first trip. And, you know, of course, it's curved glass, so it's going to be expensive. F them birds.
I ain't even had the boat for 2 weeks.
Yeah, like, it's a nice boat. Yeah, it's on the driver's side. So, like, all of this glass, it literally got hit by the bird right here and shattered. And it's tempered glass. Yeah. And then Monday, so we're in the works of trying to get the windshield fixed. And then Monday, he went to start driving his truck that he's had for a while, and it's starting to make noise. So that's fun. Sorry.
Trying to get
Ooh, So now we're trying to find another truck for him. But anyways, tell everybody how your day is. It says my signal is.
Fuck being an adult.
Matt, do you want to be his best friend and buy him a truck? Okay. Hello, Burlap Barn. How are you? Should I tell everybody the news? Should I tell everybody the surprise or make them wait? Oh, because you know the surprise. Pat needs a sugar daddy. Yeah, I need a sugar daddy and a mama and a sister and, all the things. Okay, let me flip my camera. Word on the street is when he puts a ring on it, things will improve. Is that true, Matt? Is that true? Burlap Barn, are you still here? Up to you. Okay, Burlap Barn is in here, you guys. In 30 minutes, she's going to go live and we're going to raid into her. And my surprise is we're going to raid into her and we're going to do a co host and we're going to talk about all the things. I have no idea what questions she's going to ask me. So I'm a little bit nervous. My anxiety is already high about that, but we're going to see how that goes. But she has a series on whatnot about anxiety and whatnot and like mental health and how we function to do live selling. So it's going to be really good. The last time I caught the live, she was talking to Iowa Vintage Style, and it was really informative. I loved watching that show, and I think she's going to continue having other sellers on and co-hosting with them. So it's going to be so much fun. Rusty Patina, do a quick show and right into us, or delay it a little bit. But I know you have a show, so no pressure, girl. But it's going to be so much fun. I'm a little nervous, just because I don't know what questions she's going to ask me, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be like talking to our friends on whatnot, and it's going to be all good. I have never co-hosted with many people. This will be my third one. So again, that's why I'm nervous. I don't have that many. Oh, you don't have that many questions. Cool. Cool. So it's going to be a surprise. It's all good. Do you guys want to hear a fun story? All weekend, also while dealing with all the stuff that's been going on with Patrick's boat and truck and all the things, I've been dealing with a migraine because y'all know the weather is like a yo-yo. It's like hot and then it goes to cold and the wind's blowing, so I've been dealing with a migraine. And yesterday I was not feeling that great and I was working on packing boxes, and I have a bubble machine and I needed more bubble to be made. So I was in there. I usually do 3 or 4 big rolls made up at a time so I can work and do all the packing. Heart to Haven knows this story already. I told her. So I was like, okay, I'm doing the third one. I'm gonna go ahead and take one where I'm packing, and then I'll come back and finish up the last roll, and then I'm gonna turn it off. Well, I decided somehow between where I'm making the bubble and where I'm packing, I got a squirrel in my brain. And I'm like, oh, I need to pack this box. And I started packing it. I got bubble. I'm going to do this box. 30 minutes later goes by. And I'm like, I think I turned off the bubble machine because after a while you have to turn it off. Otherwise, it overheats. You have to turn it off once you're done using it. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I turned it off. I'm going to go out there and just double check. I go back out there, and literally the entire room, we have this in my kitchen just because it's easier to deal with it. I usually make bubble while I'm like doing dishes and stuff. Literally, my whole kitchen, you guys, was filled with bubble, and over 3/4 of the roll was made into bubble wrap. So there's 6 rolls of bubble right there, and they're not my normal size rolls. They're like huge rolls. Like I couldn't even put my arms all the way around it. But y'all, my migraine was so bad. I don't even remember turning. I thought I turned the machine off. Like I had a memory of me turning the machine off, but nope, it was just going the whole dang time. So many bubbles. So, you guys, I have enough bubble for a while. Anyways, I thought that was hilarious. It's like the day in the life of a whatnotter. And then it proceeded to take me about 30 minutes. You need a picture of this machine? Should we do another tour? I do have the slower bubble machine. I really want the faster one. And if I would have did that with the faster one, I would have ran out and it would have like overheated. But I love that bubble machine. It's very well worth the money. It's like $100 now. And I spend like $30 on the bubble wrap and it's like 980 some feet. I would have wrapped the house, yes. Oh, brother, that came out wrong. You should take notes on what not to do. Is it cost effective to buy a bubble machine instead of bubble wrap? I still buy the small bubble mat, but I also get the big. Hold on. Let me show you guys. So when I buy bubble, I've already started using this one, but it comes in these big old boxes. Okay, these are huge. And I get two of these rolls, and it's like 700 feet for $29. Okay, it's like 750 feet, I believe, for like $29 off of Amazon, which I believe it's pretty close in cost wise to American Bubble Boy. Okay, they're like point, they're like a nickel apart in cost. Okay, so you can get it from American Bubble Boy or what is it called? Supply Hut. Ah, that's the company. Supply Hut is the company on um, Amazon. And it's like $29. You guys, I have a Amazon storefront. If you guys copy my QR code, you can find it. Oh crap. There we go. Let me pin it. There you go. So you can get my American Bubble Boy or the links off of my Amazon. Okay, so I love this. It's amazing. It's like it sticks to itself. And then I get my bubble wrap. Hold on. I really don't want to make you guys sick, so I'm covering it.
By the way, my rod racks will be here Friday.
Yay! Yeah, we have to make it to where you can go fishing because we spent money on that.
The tracking number earlier.
Oh, okay. Okay, so this is in my kitchen, but this is the bubble machine, and this is the bubble wrap that I get. Okay, and it comes in a big old roll. Mind you, I've used like 3/4 of it already. But you feed it through this machine through here, and it goes in this little slot at the bottom, and it airs it up. And you can control like how much air is in it, and you can start and stop it. Uh, no, Matt. The 316 bubbles is the other bubble that I showed you. This is bigger bubble. See bubbles like this, or it can make the pillows, which looks like this. Hold on. I'm one-handing this right now, you guys. The pillows that look like that, or this whole section are pillows, it can make those kind. And then there's one other one, but it's similar to this size in bubble. But I like using it. So what I do is I typically line my boxes with this stuff. If you guys ever got packages from me, I typically line the boxes with this for extra padding. The larger pillows sometimes if I'm trying to fill space, but honestly, this is what came with my machine, and I usually don't use it very much. But I use this more. And this roll is 984 feet, and it's like $40 a roll. Some people at certain parts of the country can get these rolls for like, I think 4 rolls for 100. I'm just not in that location to get it. I tried my brother's house, my mom's house, my house. Nobody can get it shipped to them. So maybe you're one of the lucky few and you can get it for $100 for 4 rolls, which I think is even better, but I cannot. This is Jay-Z Brain, but there's different brands in this machine. Amazon Penguins. If you screenshot my QR code at the bottom, you can go to my Amazon storefront. I have this machine in my storefront and the other one that I want that's faster, and it's like green and black. But this one is in my storefront because I have it. I paid $200 for this machine. You can get it for $100 now, you guys. So you can get it so much cheaper. The Hodgepodge place even uses this machine, you guys. And this is the brand she uses too. And I legit saw hers and I was like, okay, I'm buying that for me because I want it. If she uses it, it's good enough. And she packs so many more boxes than I do, you guys. So definitely get on my Amazon storefront. It is the best money we have spent other than my thermal printer. And Matt Attack, if you are still here, I believe Dee bought a bubble machine. I believe she did. She hasn't said anything to me about it, but I'm pretty sure she did. She asked me for a link of the faster one. The faster one that I want. I just haven't been able to get one because it's still out of stock. Now, Heart to Haven, you're so sweet. You guys, I had a rough time. I had, I don't know, 50, 60 boxers that went out all at the same time. And all of a sudden, I had a ton of breakages. And I have not had breakages since last year. So I literally do not know what the heck is going on. Because I pack things, I wrap it in paper, I wrap it in bubble, I use the bubble wrap, I use all the things like I feel like I almost overpack, but I try to make sure everything's protected and just all of a sudden I had boxes come break. Huh?
It's in stock.
It is?
Yep.
I'm buying it after this live.
I just went on there and looked.
Yeah, I don't know if it was cold weather or what it is. I have no idea.
It says Monday it'd be here.
I will use my
But I'm not on my account. I'm just on the website. I haven't logged in, so it might get here sooner.
send me the link. And then I will make sure that I'm looking at the same one, but
It came off your Amazon list.
Oh, okay, cool. I will order it after I'm live.
That's how I know.
He said the fast one. Can we show them that one? This is the fast one that I want to upgrade to, and I believe Amazon has a video in the link. And you guys, this is so much faster than the one I just showed you on my counter. And once I get it in and I love it, I may just sold my old one. So you guys might be able to get my old one for like $50 to help pay for my new one. Because the other one's still good. It's just slow. Anyways, you did local pickup. You haven't seen my packing. You will order something so you can see how I pack. I can probably do a show on how I'm packing. I have actually finished all my packing and it's at the post office, so I can't really show you. But typically I line all my boxes with that bubble wrap. Can you grab one of these? I don't know. This is what the bubble looks like when it's made, you guys. When I make it, it feeds through here to fills up the air and then it seals it off. So that's why it looks cinched at the bottom. But that's what that bubble looks like when it is made. And pretty nice. It's like the big bubble that you can get at the store. It just doesn't make the 316 ones. Did I miss any questions on the chat if anybody has for any seller related problems or questions, you guys? Let me know. Let's see. Oh, and if anybody is a seller, I'm going to be doing a raid train in June. It's called Only Feet. So it's items that have like footsies, like claws, or I'm just grabbing stuff that I kind of have sitting here. Like this has feet. I could totally put that in the train. If you guys are interested in joining, it's going to be a 2-day train. And I want to make it a big thing because I want all the feet weirdos to come out and play and shop with us. But if anyone's interested in joining, I would love to invite you. Just send me a message. But it's Only Feet. It is June 4th and the 5th. So it's a Thursday and a Friday. And we're going like all day long and it's 45-minute slots. And it's going to be lots of fun. I don't know if I have any other feeted items, but you guys know what I'm talking about with the feet. Like some of them are made with like claws and I think I sent a message to Sweet Weeks, but I don't know if she's seen it. But I can probably text her too. So I have her phone number. Um I know it's kind of a weekend apparently that a lot of stuff is going on. So I got told no a few times, which is understandable. I totally want to have another one of those trains, but I want the initial kickoff of hosting that train to be amazing. So it's your birthday weekend and you joined it. You guys, we invited Penguins and Pickles into that raid train. He hasn't even had his first live yet. But Misa Jane was like, we have to invite him. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, let's do it. I don't really know. I wasn't sure if you had your first show or not, but I seen you and I'm like, yeah, we're just gonna invite you. Go do it, do it. I will give you to practice having regular shows and stuff like that whenever you are ready. Hey Geiger girl, welcome in. Hello, hello. Hey, I saw you this morning. Yeah, I saw you this morning in Clarissa's show. Your first show is 4:23. Ah, you got plenty of time then. Hi Dee, welcome in. Hello, hello. Hey, I didn't get to ask you, did you get that faster bubble machine? I know you told me you wanted the link to it. I just didn't know if you got it. You want to join? Well, Heart to Haven, you got to have your show. And then I got to get you signed up. You're on later and a different day. Yes, Livy, I postponed it from yesterday just because I had a migraine yesterday and a lot of shipping. And today I pushed it a little bit later because I have a little bit of surprise. We're going to be raiding into Burlap Barn in about 15-ish minutes. And we're going to be doing a co-host with her. And it's going to be so much fun. We were watching Mountain Fable earlier for seller support. Was her show good? I learned stuff from Mountain Fable. She's been on the app longer than me, and I like listening to her. She has a lot of good ideas. You guys, if you ever catch a seller support show, hop in there. You're gonna learn different things from different sellers. Everybody has their own different viewpoints, their own experiences, and they can make you think about things a little bit differently of what you can do in your business. So definitely tune into those shows because you get a lot of good ideas. Yes, the Amandas. I'm actually in one of the raid trains that she's hosting for the Amanda show. It's a raid train, and everybody on that train is named Amanda. I'm so excited. I don't know what I'm going to be selling, but it's going to be fun, you guys. I don't even remember what day it is, but you did get it. You also got your trading card. Okay, do you like the bubble machine, D? I got to know because they finally got back in stock so I can order it today. And I got to know, is it good? Is it crappy? I sent that one to your sister-in-law whose name is Amanda. Yeah, it's just all the sellers are Amanda. We don't have to ask if, you know, we don't have to remember who we're going to be rating into. We're just going to be like, we're rating into Amanda with so and so. Works well. Shipper doesn't love the big bubbles, says they are slippery. Your shipper is lame, D. Tell her to line the boxes and in between the items with it, and it is helpful. You're Sarah. Geiger Girl, you're Sarah. Well, I'm Amanda. Nice to meet you. I think today in the other show was the first time I've seen you out in the chat. So that's cool. You're out here messing stuff up as Sarah's do. I have a cousin named Sarah, but her name is with an H at the end. Oh, it's oh, you have a he shipper. Ooh. I have a shipper too sometimes. If I sweet talk him. His name is Patrick. Ooh la la. I know. And then I told you stuff was breaking, and he's like, I don't want to touch it now. Well, I said, what do you want me to pack? I think it was just a weird something might have happened. For how many things broke and just all the boxes that I took to the post office at one time, I'm starting to think that there was like a freaking accident with the UPS truck or something. It's just wild to me that I had so many breakages at one time. Even on here for 3 days, creep in the chats before you start selling. Well, Geiger Go, listen to all the seller support. So if you got any questions, pop them in the chat. I'll be glad to help you. He doesn't like slippery. Oh my gosh, that's funny. D, he doesn't like slippery, so is he that's so wrong. That's so wrong. I don't mean to be offensive, but you know what I mean. Is he like that? Or I'll shut up now. I'm making myself blush. Oh, and nice to look at. So he's easy on the eyes. Nice. I like it. Ex-military. Patrick's ex-military. I got you. I got you. Well, tell him he needs to deal with the slippery, or he can go outside and roll in the dirt, makes his hands dirty, and then he can deal with the slippery bubble wrap. I think whenever I started on Whatnot, you guys, let's see, I started in March. I'm pretty sure I found Whatnot at the end of January of 24. Yeah, 24. And I started watching. I watched for about a month and then I just hopped on and started selling because it was so much fun. But I definitely, like, when I first started selling, I thought we couldn't even ship anything in poly mailers. I thought everything had to go in boxes. So it took me a long time to realize, oh, you can ship things in poly mailers, you guys. So yes, you can ship things in poly mailers. You can ship them in bubble mailers and boxes, all the things. So don't think that like I did. But I definitely bought from a lot of people to learn about shipping. I watched packing videos, and I learned over time like the best deals to find bubble wrap. Did I buy bubble wrap right away from Amazon? No, I bought the bubble wrap from Walmart and I that was eating into my profits. I bought paper from Walmart. And over time, as you keep growing on the app and you're shipping more stuff, you're going to be going out there looking for better deals on said products and, paper and bubble wrap and all the things. But when I first started, I totally bought things from the Walmart. Talk to you later. Have you agreed to our favorite? Ooh, burgers. That sounds good. I like burgers. I like burgers. Does anyone bubble mailer use the same mailer? Wait, label. What do you mean by that, Chic Drunk Mama? I'm confused. Does any bubble mailer use the same label? Oh, does any bubble mailer use the same label? You can there is why did my brain just go dead? Well, I have them right here. I don't really use them, but there is flat rate mailers, and those flat rate mailers, you have to actually tell the post office that you're using a flat rate mailer, bubble mailer. But if you use a poly mailer or just a regular, like white or whatever color bubble mailer, you can use any label. You just have to make sure that your weight is correct. I don't use them all too often, unless I'm shipping like linens or something small that I can protect with cardboard around it. But I feel like things that you put in bubble mailers, they go through different machines at the post office. So I feel like they don't get crushed like boxes do. So I've had items that are like dainty, and this is like stuff that I got from the Hodgepodge place, like stuff like this that are like, is like tiny that you can wrap in bubble wrap. I've had that sent to me in a poly mailer and it arrives just fine. And like the tiniest blown glass miniatures in a bubble mailer and it arrives perfectly fine. I'm just like mind blown. But I feel like they go through different machines. And I feel like as long as you bubble it good and protect it, I feel like you can totally ship random stuff in a bubble mailer and it's not going to get us beat up. It's weird. It's so weird because I never would have thought some of the things I gotten in a bubble mailer that it would have made it, but it did. I used for your random clothespin bundle. Yes, you could totally do that. Yes. Do you like my hat? I found this at a consignment store and I sent it to somebody that knows Louis Vuitton and she thinks that this is legitimate, but I'm not 100% sure. But I was like, hey, consignment shop. It was a good deal. It was cute. And it matches my shirt. I got to wear all the green today, you guys. Happy St. Patty's Day. Everybody else wearing green, or have you been getting pinched today? Anybody get pinched? Or everybody wearing green? Let me know. St. Patty's Day, you gotta wear green. This morning I wasn't wearing green, but I was drinking a green Alani. If anyone likes Alani's, I love the lime slush. It is such a good flavor. It does look like the right brown for LV. Yes, welcome. A pinch. Yeah. This is, I'll zoom in so you guys can see the patch. But I like pulled it away from the side and stuff, and I believe it's real. I don't know. I'm a redhead, so you don't get pinched. I would pinch you if you're not wearing green today. You like cherry slush. Mm, that one's good. Pink slush is really sweet, but that one's good too. I don't like all the flavors, but they're pretty good. I didn't like the cherry bomb one. It tasted like cherry soda. It was weird. I was like, as an energy drink, I don't want that. I like the dirty Dr. Pepper from Sonic. Oh, that's good. Yes, that's good. I saw someone make a dirty Mountain Dew and then they added in apple and lime, the pumps of the flavors into it. And I'm like, that sounds good. A dirty Mountain Dew with the extra flavor in it. That would be good. Let's see. I'm trying to. I thought of something I wanted to talk about yesterday and I just literally went blank. I can't remember. I have to write stuff down instead of, oh, I'll remember that. Trying to think. Does anyone have questions? Any seller support questions? Anybody stuck on anything that you want help with? Oh, here's one I want to talk about. As a seller, I would say during your lives, it might be good to tell your customers that, hey, I appreciate everyone that has purchased from me. If you receive an item and it's not in condition or where you're happy with it, please message me before you contact Whatnot and see if I could possibly make it right because I am a small business and I want to make it right with you instead of you messaging me something really mean or leaving a bad review. Like, at least give me the chance to try to make it right. I have gotten some ugly messages, you guys. Ugly messages. And like they're so ugly, I don't even want to respond. That's how bad it was. And it was oh,
You respond either.
huh?
I said you wouldn't let me respond.
I wouldn't let you respond either because no matter how we would respond, it would be taken so awful.
Yeah,
but I feel like if something arrives broken or if something was not called out with a flaw, like message us and see if as the small business owner can possibly make it right for you. I feel like that doesn't necessarily need to be said, but I feel like it is important. What?
Did you send that kit to that lady?
Yes.
Okay.
So, like the other day, I had a customer that I sold something to. It arrived and it got bent. It was something that I sold. I talked to her, I got pictures of it, I found out what actually happened, and I was like, hey, Whatnot can't necessarily fix this. The rest of it was a lamp. The rest of it is in great condition, but for some reason it got bent, no matter how much wrapping I did. I was like, what I will do is I will send you a whole lamp kit. So that piece that is bent, that is making it look funny, you can just, take it apart, put it back on, and it will be good as new. And I'm sending that to her and she's giving me a chance to make it right for her and where she can love the lamp. And I'm like, I would rather do that and keep a customer than telling her to get a refund and then she still doesn't have a working lamp. So it's just like those little things, like just give the small business a chance to make it right. And I feel like if you guys are going to be small business owners and sellers on the app, I would just say reiterate that with your customers. Try to allow me the chance to make it right and offer you great customer service or even, have you send it back to me, if it's just ruined to that point and we'll take care of you. That's what I think is important. But that's what's been going on with me and I'm just like those messages are rough. I don't even want to contact you. When you contact Whatnot for a refund, does it ding the seller? Sometimes, Livy, I'm at the point, Livy, where I don't have many problems with that. with my buyers having things arrive broken because I've learned or things are not as represented condition. That's why I'm like very thorough and anal about how I show things and make sure everybody knows of the condition as I'm selling it. But if it starts to get out of hand and the numbers on your screen, let me just show you where that is. It's on your seller hub on your phone, or you can see it on the computer. These numbers for your account health, if this ends up dropping, I don't remember the exact percentage, but if your breakages or misrepresented condition, it's called a defect free order. If it drops within a certain amount, I believe Whatnot starts taking the money from you. So your goal is to pack it as good as you can and be, very detailed whenever you're selling something. Don't sell something that's like a piece of glass that has a chip in it and not tell your buyer about it. Be very upfront about it and yeah, just let them know. But they should, but you will be dinged for it. So like if you saw mine, see mine, defect free order, it's at 99.5. I have over 1,000 orders. I have 5 flaws in there. And that's all recent, by the way. Um, so you don't want very many, but if it gets to the point where it's very bad, I'm pretty sure it's over 1,000. Doesn't give me the exact number, but if you have a lot of flaws, then Whatnot can take the money back from you. Yes. Another thing that you want to do is if you have like a customer that bought a lot from you, or even an item or couple items that makes their box over $100, make sure you add insurance on it. Because the label that is being purchased only covers up to $100. So if it goes beyond that and then it ends up breaking in transit, Whatnot can also take the money back from you on that because it is over $100 and it's not covered by the label. You can unbundle, yes, but it's only like, I think it's 2% to add insurance. So the other day I did it on an international order. My first one, by the way, first international order. It was like $205 for the entire box. And it ended up costing me, I think, like $10.
$30.
That was with the shipping adjustment.
Yeah, it was.
I had to pay more for the shipping adjustment because of the weight, because I padded it per extra because it was going extra further and I didn't want stuff to be damaged. So I did have to pay like $30 additional shipping on it, but I added the additional insurance just for extra just because it was $200. I didn't want all that money coming away from me, so I added that in. I think it was about $10. That ain't that bad. So it's fine. I paid a lot out of pocket for shipping. Oh my word. But it's okay. I had enough cushion in there. It was fine. That's another thing I should mention to you guys. As a new seller, how many of you guys drop an emoji in the chat if you feel like you need to offer 921 max shipping? Drop an emoji. Have you thought about it? Drop an emoji. Have you tried it? Drop an emoji. Let's just chat about this for a second because I want to throw this out there. If you offer max shipping of 921 and you have an international buyer come in your room, you will eventually, Livy, once you get to a certain point, they will allow you to. Okay, so like I can. So let's say that show that I had an international buyer purchase from me, their shipping costs are so much more. Their duties and tariffs and all of that is all included and considered whenever they are doing their purchasing. If you do max shipping 921 and you're shipping something that's over a pound, I will tell you, you're going to be paying for shipping to get it to them. Okay. Because that one that I got, it was going to Canada, not that far, but it's still considered international because of the tariffs and the duties and the fees and stuff like that. I looked to see how much she paid in shipping. Actually, I'm going to go back over there so I can actually tell you. She bought 3 things from me. Do you guys want to know what she paid in shipping? And this, if I did max shipping, it would have been out of my pocket. So it's very interesting to see this. I'm glad I did not offer max shipping. You guys ready for this? Um, Mandy, did you figure that one out? I can't remember. You can cancel it. I mean, I told Mandy to do that one time when she had it. But okay, so she bought the first item. Shipping for a 1 pound item was $25.93. Now that's, including the tariffs and all of that, but $23.95 for a 1 pound item. And then the 4 pound item she bought was $34.06. And then the last one was a 3 pound item for $16.52 that she paid just in shipping. And then she paid additional for the products. And then I out of pocket to get that box to her, I paid another $30. That's expensive. So as the buyer for 3 items, she spent $25.93 plus. She spent $76.51 to get $200 worth of items. And then I paid $33 in shipping too. So yeah, that's like $100 just to get this box to her. And that box was 236 ounces. So it was almost a 15-pound box. You could have driven it to the border. I know, at that cost, yes. I could have shipped it to a friend in Washington and been like, hey, go pick it up over there. It'd probably be cheaper, but then she'd still have to pay tariffs and, taxes and stuff on it. But yeah, isn't that crazy, guys? Crazy, crazy. It was gorgeous pieces nonetheless. But I just want you guys to know that she paid $76 in shipping. If you offered $9.21 max shipping in that show, you would have been out of pocket $66 just on that order. And sometimes that could have been all of your profit. So you have to be very careful on when you're offering max shipping. So it's just something to consider. I don't know if very often people get international buyers, but it's just something that you need to think about because that was my first one out of 2 years. But Mandy, wishing I was thrifting, she's a mod in here. I don't know if she's still in the room, but she had a first time buyer during, I think it was Vintage Wars, which was last April for her. And I believe that was her first international buyer, and it went to Australia for her, I believe. Yeah. And then I had another seller friend. She had someone from Australia as well. So do you think international buyers look for max shipping? I don't know. I mean, I didn't have max shipping on in that show. So I'm sure if they're going to be spending money, they may consider it, but I don't really know if that's something. I mean, if you fall in love with something, guys, and it's a foreign seller, like Thriftworks, you guys, he's in France, I believe. Yeah, he's in France. If you find something that he's selling and you absolutely love it, are you going to pay shipping for it? Probably, if you really, really want it. So I feel like they'll totally swipe if they really want it as well. I just want you guys to consider it as a seller. If you're going to offer max shipping, you need to consider that could happen if they come in and purchase and you may be out of pocket a little bit more. So maybe you want to cushion your start bids on items if you don't feel comfortable already with dollar starts. But that definitely can happen. Um, but yeah, it's expensive, especially with tariffs. And when it comes up across your screen as an international, mine actually said that it was USPS Priority International. And my post office told me that I could have shipped it in a priority box if I wanted to, if the weight was, within its range. But I just put it in a brown box just to save my mind. I don't plan to do reduced shipping either. I don't always offer max shipping. If you guys ever watch my shows, I don't always offer it. Sometimes I do just to test the waters I could be testing the waters I could just be feeling like, let's see if I get more sales this day. Or it could be I'm selling lots of variety of items. It's going to kind of balance it out. I'm going to offer it, or I'm doing like a linen show, a card show, ephemera show, a mini show, those kind of things. And it should all filter into that 921 max shipping. So I feel like it will work just fine. So it really just depends on the type of items that I'm selling. What is in your drawers type show? Yeah, I will do max shipping on that. Yeah. I've done it with Dollar Hollow shows. I've done it with several different shows. You just have to consider that you need to be comfortable with most likely 10% of your earnings, your profit is going to be going into shipping when you do offer max shipping 921. But if it is a shorter show, the likelihood of that happening is going to be lower. Hopefully. Hopefully. Sometimes, it may even be less than 10%. Sometimes it could be 15%, but you also have to control what items you're going to be selling within that show whenever you're doing the max shipping 921. And when you start offering max shipping 921, are you going to be picking up these ginormous pieces to sell and ship? No, you're going to be doing smaller sized items so you can fit more in a box. I heard to make your first show at least 2 hours. Yes, I would say 2 to 3 hours. So you get a good filter of people coming in and out of your show. Definitely. 1 30 minutes, I don't feel like is long enough. You're not in the algorithm, an hour to 2 hours. I would just see if you can push into three. It is exhausting. It is. But I've done a 9 hour show before and I was absolutely exhausted, but you can totally do it and you can make good money and you can have lots of fun. You just have to remember to stay hydrated, bring yourself snacks, and just have fun with it. Yes. Yes, I've done a 9 hour show. When I used to do live shopping, I've done like 4 to 5 hour shows and I would forget to have drinks. So you get dehydrated. So you just need to make sure you always have water on hand or, some kind of drink. You guys actually have two other drinks sitting here besides this one. So you can stay hydrated, have snacks. I even had sellers that do personal shopping. They're like, okay, I'm going to take a 5-10 minute break. I'm going to go to the bathroom, grab a snack, get some hydration. I'll be right back. You guys get in the giveaway and, chat amongst yourselves. Sometimes you do have to have a break. Had a bad headache. The one Sunday I hopped on to get your bonus minutes. Yeah. Yeah. I've done shows where I've had headaches, and then other times I'm just like, nope, I'm not going live. I feel horrible. I don't even want to show my face. I feel so bad. So I got you. Yeah. Forgetting to drink water. Yes. And you guys, you dang well know that if you get dehydrated when you're live, how are you going to feel the next day? Rough. I will tell you, I felt rough after that 9 hour show, not eating lunch, drinking very little, not really having a break. That next day that I had to start packing, I felt rough. Like I got beat up. I almost passed out one day, got the sweats and the shakes be pushed on. Oh no. Like from dehydration, Wanda, or just from having a show being nervous? Oh, I just saw it 7:09. We need a raid. But I'm waiting for your comment. Oh, you were sick. Oh my gosh. I remember I got the flu. There was no way I was going live. No way. And then I did go live and I had no voice. Okay, guys, I am needing to raid over to Burlap Barn. You guys stay on the show because I'm going to be co-hosting with Burlap Barn. It's going to be so much fun. I have no idea what kind of questions we have, but I feel like it's going to be good. And you're going to get two different viewpoints from two different sellers on that show. So let's go ahead and raid over. And I will see y'all in just a hot minute. Let me get her pulled up. Burlap Barn. There we go. And I will see you guys soon. Bye, guys.